A few weeks back, I had Jake the Snake Roberts, a WWE Hall of Famer, on the program, and we were talking about his professional wrestling career. So while we were talking about that, Jake Roberts mentioned to me that the Honky Tonk Man actually has been trademarking the names of professional wrestlers. He claimed that the Honky Tonk Man had tried to do that with Jake Roberts, that he had tried to do that with Jim Duggan, and that he had done that with Dell Wilks, that he actually had trademarked the name The Patriot. So this blew up. This is a very big news story. This actually was probably the most controversial segment of Primo Nutmeg thus far. This was featured on 411 Mania, on some other professional wrestling websites. It was even picked up by Sports Illustrated. So let's listen to that clip. Let's listen to exactly what Jake Roberts told me when he was on Primo Nutmeg number 53.
You know, working with the Honky Tonk Man at the time was okay, but since then he's become a real piece of shit. You know, this guy is out stealing. Well, he's stealing people's names. You know, he's trying to get the names and own them, and then whenever you try to use your own name, you have to pay him. Seriously. Yeah. Well, he's tried it with too many people now. You know, he's got a few names under his belt. He took there was a masked guy, the Patriot. He owns that name. You know, what he did is he went to the trademark registration people, see. And, you know, if you let it run out, then somebody else can buy it, you know, for $3.50 or whatever. And so now any money that's made by the Patriot, the money goes to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, he tried that with my name. Can you believe that? Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got one. Yeah, that scumbag piece of shit. Yeah, he also bought Jim Duggan. He also got Jim Duggan's name. I hate to be the Honky Tonk Man when Jim Duggan gets hold of his ass. That will not be pretty. And I just ran into him the other day, and all I did was look at him, and the guy has no balls. He simply just ducked his head and held his head down, man, and just sucked up to some girl that was working for him there at the con. You know, I'd seen him in the past dress his son up with a mask and call him the Patriot and cheat the fans out of money, selling them bogus Patriot stuff. And, you know, come on, man. You know, what are you, you know? And, you know, I guess that's what drunks do. I used to be a drunk. I did some dumb shit, but I never did shit that dumb.
So after that episode did go up and did start getting coverage, Honky Tonk Man lashed out on Twitter. He started making references to crack pipes, calling Jake Roberts a crackhead. He said he decided not to trademark his name since he thought that the investment was not worth it, since he wouldn't live much longer. And this just kind of fueled the controversy, and this ended up being picked up by other news websites, wrestling websites. So after that happened, Dell Wilks' wife started posting responses that he had made on Primo Nutmeg's Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. So that led to Dell Wilks being on the show today. A few weeks ago, Jake Roberts was on the show. He made some claims about the Patriot character and ownership of that. So just in general terms, I did want to speak about the character. I also actually heard Jim Cornette on a different show saying that the Patriot, he remembered as being created by Jerry Lawler in the 1970s in some kind of comic book. Do you ever remember hearing about that?
Yeah, I've seen work for Lawler, and maybe even other people throughout times. You know, before I came along, was doing a Patriot character or an American Patriot, or maybe even the Patriot. So yeah, I'm aware of all that, but it has no bearing on me in any way, shape, or form.
Sure. I guess maybe because, you know, as somebody who has never, you know, been in the business, it's sort of confusing sometimes. I mean, I remember seeing Nash and Hall, you know, the tag team, the Outsiders, seeing their names trademarked and being kind of confused by that because that's their names, right? But I guess as a tag team, that can be trademarked. So, and you carried this Patriot gimmick to different places. Was it trademarked? Do you own it? Is it something that can't be trademarked? I mean, could you just kind of explain how that work, how gimmicks work like that?
I'll explain it to you this way, in the same way. Briefly, we talked about it earlier today. I've talked about this for over 2 years, maybe even longer than that. And I'm done discussing it. It's there for anybody that wants to go back and do a little research and look it up and put a little time and effort into it. I know this. I do what I do for a living, and I don't even know the way I want to put this. I'm Dell Wilks. I'm the Patriot. Others may have done it before me, but that has no bearing on me. None of that does. What I do now, what I've done, what I continue to do, being able to make appearances. I mean, it really is. It's a subject that I have covered just time and time and time again, and I'm done talking about it.